Hey everybody, Todd Cooperider here with Esoteric. A very special day, something that we've been looking for a long time now. And we have a special guest in the house from RUPES, Chris Devito. First of all, welcome here to Esoteric. I know this is your first time here visiting with us.
It is.
And you brought some fun toys that we're going to talk about here in a minute. But first of all, before we do that, let's talk a little bit about the history of our two companies together. You know, here at Esoteric, we're very fortunate to be one of the very first distributors with the RUPES product line. We've been doing business with you guys for over 11 years now, which is amazing. And you know, that trip that I made over to Italy to the factory, I think it was February 2013, I think it was. They showed me this kind of battery operated technology they were working on way back then.
Mm-hmm.
Now here, all these years later, on a larger tool, we already had it in some of the smaller tools, but in the larger tool, we've got some battery technology, the iBrid, in here. So tell us a little bit about the new machines that are about to hit the market.
Absolutely. So what we have here is a long-awaited launch, and it's not quite there just yet, but right around the corner. What we have here is the HLR15 and 21 random orbital polishers. And it's got a lot of cool technology to it as well. Something a little bit different than that's already out on the market. What it does have is, what I'll point out really cool, is a really cool LED light, but it actually does something more than that. There's actual computer chips in this machine here. It allows us to control what we're doing on the vehicle and how we do it. So if you're putting too much downward pressure on it, it'll actually tell you by this cool little light here, it'll blink at you and tell you that, hey, you're putting a little too much downward pressure on it, lighten the load before it stalls. It'll give you a warning that, hey, your battery is about to go dead as well. So there's a lot of real cool features on this. Plus also, it's got a new eccentric set, a new composite gear set as well as a 18-volt battery. It's a little bit different than what's on most standard batteries out there. So the power range throughout doesn't dip throughout the entire process of using this machine.
Stays the same and then drops off. It doesn't like slowly drop off.
No, because of the computer program that's in here, it actually, the power from beginning to end is exactly the same all the way through.
That's awesome. Well, speaking of the battery power, I know it's hard to say an exact time, but about how much time could somebody expect before it runs out and you need to put a charge one in?
Absolutely. So it's anywhere between 40 to 45 minutes. It even can go up as high as over 50. Just depends on the load and what you're doing with it. So if you're using some of our wool pads, there's a little bit more drag there with our with some of the different compounds that you use. So the drag may be a little bit more, so it declines the rate of the battery to maybe right around 40 minutes or so. If you're just polishing with it using our fine, our DA fine polish, it can go up as high as 45, 50 plus minutes.
Okay,
so
that makes a lot of sense. Now, in the kit, at least when we first bring them to the market here in hopefully a couple of weeks, it is right now, it is February 29th. It is Leap Day, February 29th. I know we're not too far from getting them. So these first deliveries, tell me a little bit about what comes in the kit.
Yeah, sure. So what you're going to find in the kit, it's called the BAS kit, and you will find the tool itself, inner box. There will be an outer box, an outer shell with an inner boxes, several inner boxes within it. So you'll find the tool, 2 batteries, the charging unit, which is a dual charging unit. You will find 2 wool coarse DA polishing pads, 2 yellow, and then also one thing that I do want to highlight for you is our new Azure pad as well. So it's an intermediate pad that we're also launching with the tool as well. And that's kind of gives you a little bit different cut pattern, gives you the most aggressive cut, but finishes out extremely well.
Nice. Look forward to using that. Yeah, they just brought this in today. I have yet to get my hands on this. That's going to be the next video that's going to come in. We're not going to let these guys take these machines with them when they leave. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
We have to keep it in our possession for a little bit, so I can put it through its paces, do a video, a little bit more thorough review, kind of show you how I use it. Well, going back to the batteries real quick, you said it comes with 2 batteries, so you can have one on the charger ready to go. One wears out, grab it. You know, you're not having to buy a separate battery, which I think is fantastic.
That is correct. So typical, just to get back on that too. So one's charging, one's running. Again, 40, 45, up to 50 minutes of use for a battery. Once it starts blinking, you want to remove it. The recharge time is up to around about 50 minutes for a recharge time. So you shouldn't technically be out of a battery at any point in time during the usage of this.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, another thing I noticed that's a little bit different about this one is the backing plate. This one has a much lower center of gravity compared to the older machine. So just seeing that right off the bat, I think that's a nice addition, and a little bit softer material here out on the edge. So you're not banging up against anything. Anybody who's been polishing gets up underneath a mirror and that metal backing plate hits something, your kind of heart drops down to your stomach when you hear that sound. This is a nice soft touch to it. The looks on the machine, I think it looks really cool. It's a bit more compact than what the regular machine is.
It is. So the design, the engineering that went into this and the design has been a long time coming. So we actually shortened the body. We've made it smaller, and we've made it about 3.4 pounds. So it's actually very light as well. It's a compact system, just like you said. So if you're underneath the mirror on this 812 Superfast here, you're not hitting it as well. A couple other key features that you pointed out was the difference of the backing plate. It's a lot smaller and a lot thinner than what everybody's used to out there. What that also does is help lower the vibration of the entire tool and unit. We've stiffened the handle up so there's less vibration here. And then again, with the new eccentric sets that are in here, the composite gear sets that are in here, you'll find that it'll be very low to no vibration. There's a couple videos out there. If you search the wild web out there, you'll actually see one of our associates on the other side of the pond in England. He actually balances a coin on it, and that's how low the vibration is on it. So
nice.
It's really, really cool, and how this is designed and put together.
Nice. Well, it's been fantastic to watch the RUPES brand here in the United States grow from a couple of small distributors in the early days to the big company that you guys are now, with a lot of cool new products and technologies, raising the bar, setting the standard. When RUPES hit the market back in 2012, I think it was, with that first LHR21, nobody had seen anything like that before. At the time, we were dealing with maybe 7 or 8 millimeter orbits, and you guys come along and have a 21 millimeter that's smooth, that's built well. It absolutely changed the outlook of the detailing market. Now, seeing some tools like this, people have been asking for this technology for a long time. I know RUPES has been working on it for a long time, since I saw it 11 years ago. So we're really excited to see these. I said, stay tuned, because the next video that we're going to do, we're going to spend some time with these machines, going to work on a car, give feedback, let you know some of my thoughts on it from a detailer's perspective, and go through all the details of the new units. Well, Chris, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure having you here. Sorry that we're not going to let you leave with your sample units that you have, but we have to have the opportunity to work with them a bit. Here's to much longer relationship between our two companies. And for you out there, thanks for spending the time to learn a little bit more about these units. As I said, stay tuned to what we're doing here at ESOTERIC, because we will go through a full video of everything about this and how it works on the machines.